Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is showtime. Time for the Turkish Super League Highlight Show as we take a look back at round 29. And here's what we have for you coming up on the program. Akhisarspor and Besiktas went head-to-head in a matchup of two teams in the Turkish Cup semifinals. Also, Fenerbahce went on the road to take on Sivasspor as Fenerbahce needed 3 points to keep themselves in the hunt for the title. And the marquee matchup of the round, Galatasaray taking on Istanbul Basaksehir. But we begin our look back at round 29 with the matchup between Akhisarspor and Besiktas. Easy Eric Krakauer, the Sport Toto Akhisar Stadium in this matchup between Besiktas and Akhisarspor. Early opportunity for the reigning champions, and Ryan Babel is the man that finishes it.
Superb first touch and spin from Babel, who then fires past Milan Lukash. Look at how he turns Serginho on that play.
How much space he had, too. He had a ton of space for Ryan Babel. He is lethal when you give him all that opportunity and all that time. Another goal here for Besiktas. Negredo, the beneficiary of a lucky bounce there.
Serginho, who was victimized by Babel in the first goal, inadvertently assists Negredo with his tackle, and the Spaniard rifles it in. Opportunity here for Akhisarspor. Seleznyov in front of goal, but it's the Spaniard Fabri who denies him, making himself big.
Akhisarspor looking for a goal here. Header, and Fabri once again in between the sticks making a big save.
Mustafa Yumlu with the header, getting away from his marker, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
And then Besiktas looking for a third after going up 2-0 in the first half. Oh, you know this is a good strike because the goalkeeper doesn't even move.
So much space, as you said, for Babel to shoot. The Dutchman unleashes a thunder strike past the hapless Lukash.
Akhisarspor looking for the goal of honor. Instead, they give it away. Ricardo Quaresma, European champion off the post.
Determination and strength from the Portuguese, never giving up on the play, and then smacking it off the post.
Oh, tough break there for Ricardo Quaresma. And then Akhisarspor, as I mentioned, looking for the goal of honor, but it does not work. Daniel Larson just wide.
Poor defending from both teams, but Akhisar not able to capitalize, unlike Besiktas.
Besiktas have a matchup against Fenerbahce in the second leg semifinals. Akhisarspor against Galatasaray in that second leg. All right, the next team to pick up 3 points against Karabükspor would be Kasimpasa, but 16 minutes in, Karabükspor looking dangerous.
Luis Ibanez, the ball will fall to him. He takes a shot, gets a clean hit, but it's wide.
Aside from Istanbul coming into this matchup, back-to-back road victories at Göztepe, at Bursaspor, but at home against Karabükspor, it's Mahmoud Ahmed Ibrahim Hassan with the goal.
Trezeguet, a towering header from the Egyptian over two defenders, tremendous power off his forehead, and they would score another here. Poor defending from Karabükspor. We've said that a few times this season. Calm and collected from Baidian, and Bernard Mensah showcasing all his skill with that acrobatic effort. Look at that poor first touch.
It stayed onside as well, and it's a 2-0 lead for Kasimpasa. They look to pick up a third straight victory for the often forgotten Istanbul side, and Karabükspor with the loss officially relegated to the second division. Let's go to Bornova Stadi in Izmir as Göztepe taking on Bursaspor. And Eric, is this a penalty here for Göztepe?
Andre Castro goes down under the challenge from Aziz Bej. Clear penalty. The Australian pushes him in the back. But Göztepe would go ahead in the second half. Nabil Gilaz, we have not said his name lately. He's onside, twists his neck past the goalkeeper, Harun Tekin.
Oh, this is that was a great spinning goal there by Nabil Gilaz. And then a chance for Bursaspor Bogdan Stanku getting around the keeper. Maybe that touch a little too heavy. Threw him off and he can't score.
Heavy touch, pulls him wide, and then the angle is always difficult. Göztepe then scoring another one. Bursaspor pushing way too high, getting caught out, And as you'll see, Tayfur Bingo, the man who tallies, is not offside because he is behind the halfway line.
Yep.
And plenty of time to decide where to put the ball.
Tayfur, B-I-N-G, all, giving it to Göztepe, 2-0 advantage. But Paul Battle almost getting one back for Bursaspor.
Always a difficult angle there for the Argentine.
And Bursaspor looking for a goal of honor, and they get it thanks to Moussa Sow.
Quick reaction from the French-born Senegalese after whiffing on the bicycle kick would be a theme. And he puts it in the back of the net.
Yep. Göztepe end their 3-game winless slide with a victory against Bursaspor. Antalyaspor at home, I should say, against Konyaspor. The money raining down as the players enter the pitch, and then this header by Mehdi Bourabia going wide for Konyaspor.
Just off the mark. He'd be involved here as well. A bit of a penalty shout. It is Milan Jeftovic who goes down. Bourabia does stick out his leg, but makes no contact. That's a bit of a dive.
And then a chance for Konyaspor. Samuel Eto'o against his former team. Still got the moves. Where's the shot? Finally, the shot comes and it's wide. A lost opportunity there for Konyaspor to pick up a goal.
We know Bourabia can hit them. Scored a belter last week against Sivasspor, but that goes wide. And you hear all the whistles there for Samuel Eto'o. Konyaspor would score, but the goal is disallowed. At first, you think it's an offside, but it's actually Skubic who handles the ball before the cross. 0-0 at Antalyaspor.
So Besiktas pick up an important victory on the road against Akhisarspor. Now coming up on the other side here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show, round 29 recap, we will have Fenerbahce's trip to Sivasspor as they look to pick up a victory and make that race a little bit tighter at the top. Also, the best of the round, an exciting round, great football from round 29, and the marquee matchup of the round. A huge game, massive top of the table implications between Galatasaray and Istanbul Basaksehir. So much more coming up after the break here on beIN Sports. Thank you for joining us here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show Round 29 recap. Let's go to the city of Sivas, where Fenerbahce took a trip needing a big victory. Yeni 4 Eylül in the heart of Anatolia. Sivasspor trying to bounce back after a 5-0 loss at Konyaspor. Fenerbahce looking forward to that Turkish Cup semifinal. Early chance here for Giuliano.
Lovely interplay between Giuliano and Nabil Tirad. Tirad who'd be involved once again on the right-hand side with the cross, but Hakan Arslan beating everyone to the ball with the clearance.
And then Sivasspor looking for the opening goal. Over the top, Volkan Demirel, not the best decision to come way off of his line like that. Aruna Kone can't make a pay for it.
Yeah, the Ivorian not able to get his bearings on that attempt at a chip.
Fenerbahce would get a goal thanks to the former Sivasspor man, the Moroccan, Atif Shashwa. That's how you say it in Arabic, Shashwa.
Unmarked at the top of the box, puts his laces through the ball. No chance for the keeper. The ball takes a little bit of a bounce, and he'd be involved again on the left, sending in a cross that's met by Roberto Soldado. He puts in a cross, and it's knocked into his own goal by Carl Medjani.
A couple of North Africans having an impact in this game. Medjani, the Algerian, unfortunately for Sivasspor with an own goal, and then obviously Shashua from Morocco with the goal. Oh, look at this header here. And a chance missed.
Emre Cilic with the header. Not 100% sure Volkan actually touches the ball with his fingertips. If he does, it is a fantastic save. And this is a very good save by Ali Vural, who was replacing Tolgahan Ashar, suspended in the last game, got a red card.
Fenerbahce looking for another clean sheet coming into this match. 4 straight clean sheets. And almost a chance for Medjani to break that streak and also redeem himself after the own goal.
He wasn't able to repent for his earlier mistake, but Sivasspor would score. Syriac with the first post run, keeping the ball alive, and then it's Robinho, the Brazilian winger, in the right spot at the right time, but too little, too late.
Over 400 minutes without conceding a goal comes to an end for Fenerbahce, but they do pick up the 3 points. All right, Yeni Malatyaspor versus Alanyaspor. This was an exciting match. Early chance here for Okechukwu Azubuike of Nigeria.
Uneventful first half. It all kicked off in the second, and this should have been a penalty. Emre Akbaba goes down in the box. It's a definite penalty. Murat Yildirim catches him with his right foot, and Akbaba, with some freedom later on, would strike from distance inches wide.
I always like when Emre Akbaba scores, because then I can say, who's your Baba? Emre Akbaba. However, the Baba in this one was Adam Buyuk. Great control off of his chest to score here.
Terrific ball into the half space, splitting 2 defenders, and the captain with a composed finish.
So Malatyaspor up 1-0, but how many times have we seen this, Eric? Second half stoppage time, game winner or equalizer. We got it here thanks to Wellington Silva.
And the Brazilian has gotten a couple of those this season. At the curtain with the header, meeting Ertak Özbir's punch, and he measures it perfectly.
And 1-1 between Yeni Malatyaspor and Alanyaspor. Eric, this might have been the game of the round. Osmanlispor versus Trabzonspor in Ankara. An early chance, and it's Filip Novak with the first goal.
Sporting a new do, Juraj Kuška delivers a lofted ball to the second post, and then Novak, with 2 chances, scores on the rebound. Quick reaction from the Czech left back. And then Kuška involved once again. Woo, how about that for a timely measured pass? And Yusuf Yazici peeling off the defender, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and striking with his weaker right foot. Didn't look too weak there.
Yeah, Yusuf Yazici, a player that has been very impressive so far. This is impressive. Musa Chahiran with the goal for Osmanlispor.
The midfielder was impressive in this game. No chance for Onuk Kivrak. That was upper 90 stuff.
And we have a Hugo Rodagol signing. Or sighting, I should say. They signed him, Trabzonspor, but Hugo Rodallega with the goal.
And that is an acrobatic finish. The first header is from Thomas Hubokan that slams off the woodwork.
And how about Osmanlispor? Only 1 loss at home since September, but they are on the comeback trail thanks to Sokol Shigaleshi.
Clinical from the forward, anticipating the slide from Kamil Korechki, avoiding it and still having the wherewithal to finish it with panache.
Yep, Sokol Shigaleshi making it 3-2. And then how about this header here by Chahiran for the equalizer?
Sheer determination, out jumps 2 defenders who don't attack the ball.
And Osmanlispor coming back from 2 goals down twice to get a point against Trabzonspor. Akhisarspor versus Genclerbirligi, an opening goal off the rebound, Fernando Boldrin.
An absolute pile driver from Attila Turan. He can really strike them. No chance for Hoff and goal. And then the rebound from the Brazilian, Boldrin, definitely in, despite the attempt there from the Swedish goalkeeper.
Akhisarspor trying to end a 3-game losing slide. It's looking good thanks to William de Amorim.
Suicidal back line. Not everyone on the same page. Not everyone pushes up, keeping William de Amorim onside. And time to pick his spot, which he does well.
And Genclerbirligi coming off that big 1-0 victory versus Galatasaray. Stefan Sessegnon with the free kick. Ooh, is this a penalty here? This is a violent, pretty nasty collision.
The referee believes it is. Great free kick from Sessegnon. Hits the woodwork. And then look at Silvio Long Jr., the goalkeeper. Oh. Nails Berisbeck. And Sessegnon, he is rewarded with the spot kick. Makes no mistake.
2-1 for Genclerbirligi, the other side from Ankara. Akhisarspor looking for a third, and they get it thanks to Deniz Turuc.
And look at the very smart dummy from captain Umut Bulut. He hasn't been scoring lately, but he's always involved, and Turuc makes no mistake.
Genclerbirligi looking for a goal to keep pace here, and it is going to be Petr Skuletic.
Silvio Long Jr. should have saved that. Too little, too late once again from Genclerbirligi.
And our producer, Maurice Davidson, came up with a great stat. The last 3 times that Akhisarspor entered a match, with a losing streak, they were able to end it with a 3-2 scoreline. Big up to Big Mo for that. All right, after the break, the huge matchup in Istanbul between Galatasaray and Istanbul Basaksehir. It is the matchup of round 29 we have all been waiting for. The top of the table clash between Galatasaray and Basaksehir from Turk Telekom Arena. Galatasaray might have revenge on their mind. Back in round 12, Istanbul Basaksehir beat them 5-1 on the strength of a hat-trick from Emmanuel Adebayor. Early chance here for Galatasaray. Yunus Belanda with the shot.
Testing Volkan Babakan early. Secure hands from Turkey's number one.
Great header here by Jason Denier. And once again, Babakan having to make a big save.
Rising higher, twisting his neck. Just not enough power on that.
And then we get a sighting of the Gol Krali, or maybe soon to be Gol Krali, Bafetemi Gomis. But he can't put it over the line into the back of the net. And then second half, Emmanuel Adebayor with a play here, getting involved, slows down a little bit, and eventually Emre Zulu with the shot.
Isolated figure in this game, Adebayor. Good hold-up play, but just didn't get enough help. And here, Rodriguez testing Volkan once again, beating two defenders on the left-hand side, unleashing a bit of a daisy cutter that takes another nasty bounce. And then the moment of the weekend, perhaps, Mariano with space, with time, and a weaker left-footed shot, which turns out to be an absolute golazo. Great interplay here between Mariano and Feguli, and then just a delicious strike.
Mariano Ferreira Filho with the opening goal for Galatasaray. There would be a second. Galatasaray celebrating here. It looks like, an own goal off of Adebayor. That's a tough break.
Aziz and Epuriano with the jump. The ball doesn't hit them, but it hits an unsuspecting Adebayor. 2-0, huge win for Galatasaray at home.
So Adebayor getting a hat-trick in their first encounter and then giving Galatasaray the second goal in this encounter in Matchday 29. All right, Eric, some great results here. Which result stands out for you?
Well, it's got to be that all-important win for Galatasaray in the Istanbul derby. Fatih Terim's men are top once again, but they have arguably the toughest remaining schedule. They have to host Besiktas and then travel to Izmir to face Göztepe. And as we know, Galatasaray not very good from home, have only accumulated 17 points on the road.
So we see the matchups there, and we know that it is going to be a tough road ahead for these teams. All right, we look at the standings. Last week, the difference between first and fourth was 5 points. Now it's 3.
Fenerbahce, the outsiders looking in, but with 2 games coming up against teams fighting relegation and a plummeting Bursaspor, don't be surprised if the Yellow Canaries make a late push.
And remember, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, and Galatasaray all have matchups in the Turkish Cup as well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. We've seen all the great action from round 29. Now it is time to pick out the best of round 29 right now.
This is the best of the round in the Turkish Super League. Best match. Hands down, the 3-3 draw between Osmanlispor and Trabzonspor. The Ottomans fought like warriors and came back from a 3-1 deficit to get a very valuable point. Nonetheless, it was extremely entertaining. Best save of the round goes to Fabri. Given Selesnyov did his best to try and beat the Besiktas goalkeeper, but he said, nah, 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 nah. The MVP of the round, Ryan Babel for Besiktas. He seems to have found the secret fountain of youth hidden somewhere. Well, he's only 31, but has been around for so long, I get confused. What a season. 12 goals, 4 assists so far. Not bad at all. Oh, you were waiting for the best goal. Here it is. a right back. Yes, Mariano from Galatasaray. He looked like he was driving in Germany's Autobahn, taking everyone. And then he placed the shot like the once legendary Brazilian right fullback Cafu. Stunning. This has been the best of the round for beIN Sports. Bruno Santos.
Thank you, Bruno Santos. He is our resident hot stepper. That is for sure. All right, Eric, what do you see here from our best 11?
Musa Şahiran had a fantastic game, crucial to Osmanlispor's comeback against Trabzonspor. And Ryan Babel, he's been an absolute monster, a world beater in recent weeks, scoring plenty of goals.
I like how we have the three in the back now. I like that. I like that we do that. That's revolutionary nowadays. Yeah.
It's all about attacking football in the Turkish Super League. And if you're not watching this race, you're making a huge mistake.
We also like to remind you that the match of the week here on beIN Sports on Monday, it'll be Fenerbahce against Antalyaspor. Fenerbahce, they need to continue to win in order to stay up with the other three in the round.
And they're on a hot run. I don't expect Antalyaspor to do too much to derail their push for the title.
Just when it looked like one team might pull away with the Turkish Super League title, the race just gets tighter and tighter. And of course, we'll have all the drama for you here on beIN Sports. A great show on beIN Sports every weeknight, Monday through Friday. It is the Extra, 7 p.m. in the East, 4 p.m. in the West. You got special features, highlights, great analysis, and so much more on the Extra, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. in the East, 4 p.m. in the West. And then following the Extra on Monday nights and Friday nights, it is The Locker Room, the best football debate show on the planet, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on beIN Sports. I'm George DiMattelis, and thank you for watching this presentation of the Turkish Super League Highlight Show here on beIN Sports. Bye, y'all.